Walton, how do I create a works cited page using NoodleTools? So glad you asked. So I'll just let you guys know right now that when I created this was for an in-person class. However, the notes are still useful for you guys. Okay. So you guys do have to use parenthetical citations, also known as in-text citations, and works cited entries for your essay that you are creating in this class. There's two ways to do it. Number one, you could use what's called there's actually more than two ways to do it, but you can use what's called a brief penguin handbook. That is a hard copy of a book that you can find. If your professor assigns it, then you should use it. But I didn't assign it for this class. But there is something called a penguin handbook that you can use. This to me is the longer way. While you can still use it, it just takes longer to find your works cited entries. Okay, but another way that you can use it is what's called a NoodleTools account. Okay, you guys. So one question you may ask, well, can I just use the one that I had in high school? The answer is no, because ICC has a subscription to a NoodleTools account that is going to be more useful for you while you are in college. So you will need to sign up for a NoodleTools account at ICC. Well, Professor, thank you for all that, but how do I do that? Okay, so I have step-by-step process on how to create your NoodleTools account on the ICC Library website. So step 1, go to ICC Library website. Step 2, locate the databases. Step 3, click on alphabetical list. After you get to the alphabetical list, you're going to click on the N for the databases listed in N that begin with the N. Next, you're going to look for NoodleTools. You're going to register for an account, okay? And like I said, this is for an in-person class for which I had to release their screens, but we can still do this all together. Let's go in. Okay, so actually this takes me back to the main library page, but you get to the library page by clicking on the regular ICC website, scroll down, and there you'll have these 3 tabs here: bookstore, arts, library. Okay, as soon as we get here, we'll get to this beautiful page, and we're going to scroll down to our databases. Right underneath search, click on databases. As soon as we get there, we'll have our search box, and right underneath there is view A through Z database list. Click on that guy. Like I said, the next step is to click on the N. So you have all the databases that begin with the N. Scroll down and then you'll find NoodleTools. Click on that guy. Now I'm already logged in, I think. Maybe. Yes, I am. But the first page you guys will see, maybe. This has been doing really funny stuff today. Hold on. Okay, hopefully this works now. So next what you do is as soon as you get registered, and it's a really short process, you're going to have a page that's actually not going to look like this for you guys. These are 2 projects that I've already tried to start, but who knows if this is going to work. When you guys get to this page, it's going to be blank. You won't see these 2 guys that I have up here. What you guys are going to do is click on this upper right-hand corner. It says New Project. Okay, as soon as we get there, we're going to title it, whatever we want to title it. We can retitle this one, Report Writing Essay. Sorry about that. Okay, and then we're going to go down to citation style. Like I said, we're using MLA 9th edition. Click on this guy. Then, since you guys are in college, for citation level, you're going to use advanced because you are in college. Welcome to college and adulting. Click on this guy, submit. So as soon as we get here, we're going to see all our projects. So we just created this guy. We're going to click on the project we just created. Click on that. So as soon as we get here, we'll see a blank page. Okay, what do I do with this, Professor? So glad you asked. In the upper right-hand corner, again, we're going to see this green button, but this time it says New Source. As soon as we click on that guy, we'll see all these different types of things. Now, throughout this last 3 weeks, you guys have found 6 sources. I believe that most or all of them have been databases, so you guys are going to click on the database, okay? The database selection. Now, you see here we have different types of sources here for which you can use. I think most of you have used... where are they at? Most of you guys have used newspapers. You guys maybe even used some magazines, definitely books. So these are the types of sources you guys have used so far. I don't think anybody's used a journal. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. But if you have, you can also click on that. All right, I would have to say that this guy is a little bit harder to finagle, even though you can do it. It's a little bit harder. Okay, so I'm going to click on newspaper. Okay, so as soon as I get to newspaper, these are all the things that are necessary for a newspaper in-text citation. So, okay, professor, well, what do I put into that? I don't know what to do. All right, so if I go back to my my search that I did a few weeks ago where I found my sources, let's just go to EBSCOhost. And I know you guys found sources a different way. Let's just go back to the beginning because I don't want to confuse you guys. So we go to our library and we search for our topic, which was social media. Okay. Click on that guy. And so here we have all of our sources, okay? So there's a lot of different types of sources here. Remember, the database that we're using in NoodleTools is for a newspaper. Now, of course, this will be based off of whatever types of sources you found. But for the purposes of this instruction, I'm going to find a newspaper, okay? So if I go over to the side here, now you guys have already found your sources. Don't go looking for more sources. You've already found your sources. But again, like I say, this is for instructional purposes only. Okay, so I'm going to find, let's see. Where is a newspaper article? Okay, so, all right, so let's say I use this was one of the sources I used for my essay. Now, if I'm going to make my NoodleTools entry, all of my information that goes into these boxes, such as database URL, month and day it was published, authors, and all the stuff like that, is going to be found on this page at the top. So here we have our title, the person who wrote it, the place it was published, what year it was published, the original publication, I think, of the online version of this, but then the year that this article was published is going to be right there. Okay, so if I go on here, and this is where I get off of my information, so I'm going to take this guy. Okay, so if I'm looking for, what's my first box? My first box is database. So I'm going to look to see what database is this. Okay, so if I click on down here, I might want to use this guy. This is a database, ProQuest Central. So let's go back to our drop down menu and we're going to scroll and look for where's my P at? P ProQuest. It's way down here. Yeah, this is a lot of work, but it pays off in the end. ProQuest. Okay, I'm going to use this guy, ProQuest. And then, okay, so that's what I'm using. And then my URL, and we're going to use our permalink for that. Remember, our URL is our permalink. Copy this guy, and then put that guy right there. Control V. There we go. And then the year, date, and month. Do we remember that? So that was 07/07/23. So 2007, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7/2023. And then the author, do we remember that guy or that person? It's Philip Bump. PHILIP. Then last name was BUMP. All right, keep going down. Make sure we get all this stuff that they need. The article title is right here. Maybe. Can I copy paste that? I don't know. Maybe I need to go into the actual article. It might be easier to do it that way. Because I don't know. Okay, there we go. I might be able to copy paste this guy. Yeah. Select that. Copy it. Back to my NoodleTools. There's my article title. Control V. There we go. And then section pages. Gotta go back. Did we say what pages it was? I think I have to go back a little bit more. There we go. Did it give me page numbers on here? Nope. It's just one page. Okay. And then the name of the newspaper is the Washington Post. All right. Publication city. Bet you guys will never figure it out. That's gonna let me do it. Oh. Publication date. And I think we said already 7. So oops. 2. And did it give us an edition? I don't think so. Do I have the right kind of source? Anyway, so when I get done putting all my information in there, I'm going to save. And as soon as I save, there's my works cited entry. Awesome. Okay, so now I have my works cited entry, Professor. How do I get a works cited in-text citation from this? Because the way that this is cited is not the same way a book is cited or an article, a video is cited. So now that I'm looking at my works cited entry, I can go over to these 3 dots on the side, click on that guy, and then, sorry, is that not, okay, there we go. Click on that guy, and the second to last thing says in-text citation. Click on that guy, and then we're going to look to see whatever page we got our article from, or our quote from, and we're going to write, like, let's just say there's 3 pages. So I put my 3 there, and this is the in-text citation I'm going to use for when I quote from this source. I'm going to select this guy, copy it, and put it at the end of my quote that I get from this source. And you're more than welcome to read through this if you need a little bit more information on in-text citations, okay? All right, okay, so Professor, now I know how to make the site, and I know how to make the in-text citation. How do I make this into a works cited page? So glad you asked. If we go to the top, we'll see here where there is a box with an arrow shooting out of it. I'm going to click on that guy. So as we click on it, there's different ways you can export this thing. You can print it and export. So you can use Microsoft Word Online, RTF. You can do all of that. I don't have any of those things. I don't have Word. So I can go to Google Docs. And hopefully this works because it didn't work last time. And it didn't work this time. But it makes the works cited page for you. I don't know what's happening with my account. But it will make the works cited entry page for you. So let me see if I can go and show you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is how it would look as soon as I push the export. Now what I ended up doing, I put works cited right here, but it makes the works cited page for you. Okay, now of course this will be after you put all of your entries into this. So you'd have 6. This is 1, then you need 5 more. That's how you create that, and you'll click the export. And hopefully it works for you guys. For me, it didn't work, but probably because my computer does not like me right now. So, okay, so hopefully that helped you guys understand how to create those works cited pages, in-text citations, and works cited entries using our NoodleTools. Okay, hopefully this helped you guys.